What's up guys, welcome to G Whiskey. My name's Jeff. Now this is a channel where I offer my thoughts and opinions on a specific whiskey, and if you stick around to the end, I'll be giving it a score as well. If that sounds interesting, hit subscribe down below. And with that out of the way, why don't we jump into our review? Today we're looking at Highland Park Dark Origins. Stick around. Highland Park is an interesting distillery. It's very far north in the Highlands. It's on an island called Orkney Island. In fact, it's the most northern single malt distillery in the entire world. They're probably best known for the 12-year-old, which is a good representation of the house style. The house style, if you don't know, kind of brings together peat, sherry, and you also have this heathery touch in there too. And another one of Highland Park's claim to fame is its marketing. Now, Orkney Island has a history with Vikings. It was a Viking colony for several hundred years. And the marketing team took that idea and ran with it. So we've got Viking names, Viking-inspired art, Viking stories on our bottles. It's a lot. Even to the point where someone like me, who is a big fan of Highland Park, big fan of the brand, can't help but laugh a little. Anyway, marketing aside, today we're going to be looking at Dark Origins. Dark Origins is kind of a cool Highland Park. It's a no-age statement expression, but it's meant to hold mostly 15-year-old whiskey in this bottle. Beyond that, it's entirely matured in sherry casks. Now, 80% of those casks are going to be first fill sherry casks, and then the remaining 20% are going to be refill. Now, the idea behind this bottle is that it's based on the founder of Highland Park, Magnus, I don't know how to say his last name, Unsen, whatever. Apparently, he moonlit as a smuggler, conducted some business in the dark of night. And with our added sherry influence here, it's going to make the whiskey a little bit darker. With our founder working at night, night is dark, sherry's dark, Dark Origins. Now this bottling was originally just a limited edition. It came out in 2014, but it turned out to be pretty popular. So Highland Park decided they'd let it stick around for a while. They put it in their core range, and it stayed there for a few years. Eventually in 2017, they reshuffled their core range. They brought in bottlings like Valkyrie and Full Volume. This was pulled from the shelves, and it's been gone ever since. But luckily, you still can find it out there. There's some places you can buy it online. I don't know about shops near you, but there are shops near mine that still have it. So, you know, results may vary depending on your location, but it is still out there to be found. So, with that said, why don't you kindly leave a like down there, and we'll hop into our review and see what this whiskey is all about. Now, our ABV here is going to be 46.8%, which is very good for Highland Park. They're traditionally not very consistent with their ABVs, so that's appreciated. It's also non-chill filtered, mentions it right there on the label, and finally, it's not colored, so we do have some good specs here. For presentation, I do like the look of this bottle. It's not transparent, so you can't see the whiskey inside. You don't know what level your bottle's at. You can't admire the color of the whiskey. So, I mean, that can be kind of annoying for some people. I get it. I think it's pushing a gimmicky marketing theme, but I still do like the look of this bottle. Now, if you look on the box, you'll have this long drawn-out legend about the founder, but luckily our bottle is pretty straight to the point. You do have a small blurb on the back about this guy, but for the most part, it's just the info you want. It talks about our sherry casks. It says it's non-chill filtered. It doesn't talk about color being naturally colored, but it should. Beyond that, I like our little embossings down here. I think the black and silver theme is kind of slick. For presentation, I'll give it 4.5 out of 5. I think it's one of the better looking Highland Park bottles out there. It's gimmicky, but I like it. Okay, let's take a look at our nose here. Very nice. Like that. So, full, thick, rich. You get sherry for sure, raisins, peaches, a little bit of smoke, some heather. I want to say like honey drizzled dates, musty wet oak, and something like maybe rum raisin pudding. Really, really inviting. Now for the palate. Wow. Okay, sherry again. More of those honey drizzled dates, sticky toffee, leather, raisins, honey, heather, smoke, a little bit of maybe cocoa in here too. Again, very, very full. Now for the finish. Really nice. So leather, tobacco, red fruits, more sticky toffee, more dates. You also have like salted butter and smoke in here, some berries. Chewy, full, rich again. So what do I think about this whiskey? I think it's really, really good. I think the sherry has added a lot of really nice notes to it. I like those honey drizzled dates, the raisins, the leather. A lot of these flavors come together really nicely. I think it's got a nice texture as well. It's not a particularly oily whiskey, but it really fills up your mouth. It's got a very mouth-coating texture to it. And finally, the age. So it is a no-age statement whiskey, but said to be around 15 years. I do get that. It might just be the power of suggestion, but you do get an aged whiskey when you drink this. You're definitely not drinking anything too young. So I think this is one of the better Highland Parks out there, certainly within that price range. It's full, it's rich, it's rounded, it's chewy, it's delicious. I've got more adjectives if you need them. But yeah, really nice. I think it showcases everything that Highland Park is good at. They're very good at sherry. They always have that nice little smoky touch to them, and they have that beautiful heather note. Now the heather is in here, but it's a little bit further back, I think to make room for some of those denser, fruitier sherry notes, but it's there. For me, this is one of those whiskeys that helped reignite my passion for the brand. I was a little bit off Highland Park for a while. A lot of maybe low ABV, kind of low effort whiskeys out there from them. When I found this back in 2014, it got me excited. It sort of reinvigorated my interest in Highland Park. So I'm going to give this a 90. Really good stuff. Love it. And I think, again, it's one of the better HPs out there. I've tried a few other offerings that are, maybe in a similar price range. I've tried the Valkyrie, which was meant to replace this one. I like it, but it's nowhere near as good. I've also got the full volume here. I'll get around to a review on that eventually. That is a very good one, but it's matured entirely in bourbon casks, and it goes in a completely different direction flavor-wise. Of the two, I would still say that I like Dark Origins more. I think sherry really suits the Highland Park profile, and this just comes together really beautifully. So yeah, great whiskey. Now, with regards to value, I think results may vary. We do have to remember that this has been discontinued for 4 years now. So if your local shop even still has it, they might be cranking up the price on it a little bit. I think if you can still find it for a reasonable price, absolutely pull the trigger. Like I said, this represents some of the best of Highland Park. Luckily, I think they did make a lot of it, and it is still around on the shelves. At least in Taiwan, there's a shop near mine that still has it at a good price, and I actually picked up a few bottles just because I love it that much. I know at the time of filming this that it is still available online if you check the Whiskey Exchange. It's not at Master of Malt. A few more sites have sold out on it, but it is still out there if you look around hard enough. And again, if you see it at a reasonable price, absolutely pick it up. Really delicious. And that's it for me today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Do me a solid, hit subscribe down below, click the little bell icon, and of course, smash that like button. I do want to hear from you, so have you tried Highland Park Dark Origins? How does it compare to the newer expressions that came out to replace it? Finally, down in the comments, do let me know what you want to see me review next, and I'll keep it in mind for my next video. Bye, guys.